This podcast is part of the Loosely Connected Network. Visit www.thelooselyconnected.com for more great podcast networks, Twitch streams, YouTube channels, and more.
Do you know what Loot Crate is?
Yes, I do, Tony.
Okay. So, yeah. Do you guys at home know what Loot Crate is? Yes? No? Oh, you say no? Okay, we'll tell you. Loot Crate is a subscription box of monthly gear, and you can get your subscription at lootcrate.com. And if you use promo code NTFTTPod, you get 10% off. Next Loot Crate, the theme is Team Up. So it's about all the brands that team up, like Ant-Man and the Wasp and other things that team up.
Avengers?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to be in next month's Loot Crate.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the mobile site and I can't get to, it's hard to like navigate their mobile site.
Oh,
let me see.
I'll look it up. Loot Crate.
Why are you humming Harry Potter?
I have no idea. It's just in my head.
That was so random.
Yeah. Also, there's apparently a July 4th blowout sale where you get 40% off and along with free crates.
Yeah.
Asterisks.
Yes.
I don't know what the asterisk is.
Yep.
Right, let me see.
So you guys have just a short time to get the sale, but if you don't get the sale and then later on you still want to get a Loot Crate, you can still get 10% off with ours. So yeah, the month they will have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, and Adventure Time. So yeah, those are the 4 brands for this month. We do not sound excited about Loot Crate, but it's good. I still have my subscription, so. Yeah.
Well, sorry, listeners. We're just a little bit tired. It's super late for Tony, and then it's early for me.
It's kind of a weird recording schedule right now because it's late on my end, but early on your end. So
yeah.
So we're both like kind of tired.
Yeah, we're trying to keep the energy up once the podcast starts rolling. But
yeah,
right now we're just waking up. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So we'll just move on to the show.
Sure.
All right.
I love the Power Club.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love the Power Club.
No time for time travel.
Welcome to the No Time for Time Travel podcast, where we are a podcast for nerds by nerds. My name is Tony, and joining me this week, all the way from Sweden, is Kwok.
Hello.
Hello. And we are a podcast for nerds by nerds. I said that already. We usually take a topic that you guys suggest and talk about it as our topic of the episode. So let me pull up the topic of the episode. We actually got a few suggestions this week. One of them was actually Star Wars. It was suggested by Judge Greg from the Enthusiasts Network and Real Hero Podcast and Real Hero Talk. And then John Layola also seconded. But actually, I'm going to delay that topic because we are planning to have an interview in the future with one of my friends, Laura. She's the Star Wars cosplayer. So we'll just like save that topic for the time when we can schedule with her.
Yeah, sounds good.
So we have a few other topics. One is from, we have actually a variety of topics. So one of them is gaming as an addiction and mental health concern. That's from the Monster Closet podcast.
Okay.
Brendan from Almost Men in Silence suggested to talk about the new Overwatch hero that was just announced. That's a hamster.
Yeah.
And then John Layola suggested to talk about iPhone versus Android. And we're going to have fun on that topic. Cause you're an Android person and I'm an iPhone user.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Anthony from the Video Game Cross Talk podcast, he suggested talking about being an end boss so brutally you actually feel bad for them. So those are a good number of topics to talk about. So I guess before we get started, how have you been doing?
Good. So remember how I said I'll tell you about a story I found for today, I guess?
Yeah,
yesterday?
You said you had some kind of revelation.
Yeah. So after living in my apartment for like 3 months, yesterday I just found out that I have a closet in my bedroom.
What? Wait, how do you miss that?
Okay. So like, you know how, so normally, there's like a door into the bedroom, and what happened is I always keep that door open. So I never really see that there was a door behind that door. That was my closet.
Oh, so you never look behind the door?
No, because it's also like the door behind there was is white, and my walls are white.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I never looked behind there. There was no reason for me to. And then yesterday when I woke up, I was just sitting in bed, like half asleep, and I guess like that one time I closed the door when I was sleeping, and I just wake up and I saw like a knob stick out of the wall. I was like, "What's that?" So I got up and I was like, "Wait a minute, it's a door!" And I opened it. And I was like, "Oh my God, there's room. I have another closet. I can fit so much stuff in here." I was so happy.
Wow.
Yeah, because before I was using like one, I guess, drawer or one closet and like a drawer to just put everything into it. I was like, man, I have like room for anything there. I need to try and make room. And now I'm like, there's so much room. I could fit all the stuff I couldn't fit before.
Now you could actually get clutter, or I guess not.
I know. Now I could be organized.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my revelation. That was like, it only took me 3 months, but I found out I have a closet.
Yeah, I think I've experienced something similar to that. Like, there was something I found out about the apartment that I was staying in Ventura a while back.
Yeah.
I think it was also storage space.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like the closet, but it was another door inside the closet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it a walk-in closet?
No, it was like a standard, sliding door closet. But when I moved they had a shelf in there too, already built.
Yeah.
But it's one of those freestanding shelves that was just pushed up against the wall.
Yeah.
And then I just had to move the shelf one day, and then I was like, why is there a door behind here? So I opened it, and it was pretty much, it looked like an attic inside.
Wow.
And it was kind of scary because it was like someone could have just lived in there the whole time. I wouldn't have known it.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you have somebody living in there?
Yeah, no, I didn't. But that was just like kind of like a scary revelation. At least yours is a normal revelation.
Yeah, normal.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's normal then.
Yeah. It's not like you open the door and then you see like, I don't know, like a squirrel. Yeah, squirrel. Yeah.
Squatter.
Oh, a squatter. A squatter squirrel. Yeah.
Squatting squirrel. That's fine. Squirrels are fine.
Or you find a hamster from Overwatch.
Oh, guys.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Okay. Cool revelation.
Yeah. So, Tony, your turn. Give me a story. Did you have any revelation this week?
No. I mean, like, I could say I got my wedding venue down. Like,
oh, cool.
We already like booked the venue and dates, and we also got our DJ and MC.
Nice.
So we're gonna next look at videography and photography. So it's all the things are coming together. The big players are almost set. I think that's the biggest struggle, and I think the next big struggle is doing cake testing or testing, I guess. While like I'm still on keto, so it's like really tough because I can only have like a small, tiny bite. And I have to like completely do 0 carbs for the day that I'm going to go cake testing, because that will be taken up by the cake.
I'm just imagining you're like a cake connoisseur where you just take your pinky and you swipe it a little bit and you taste it and you just smack your lip and then you spit it out because you can only have one and you don't want to take in all the sugar.
Oh my gosh. It's kind of like the wine connoisseurs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So you have to do that. Meanwhile, Diala will actually have to do the actual testing.
Yeah, well, she doesn't care about the diet at the point of testing. She's just going to do the testing. Like actually tasting the whole thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is that you do that after her, and then you just agree with whatever she thinks.
Yeah, pretty much. We just actually, she went to one of the places that we were planning to get our cake from, but she got their cupcakes instead, just so we could try. So I literally I had a fork, and then I just took maybe 1/4 of a centimeter of the frosting, and then 1/4 of a centimeter of the actual cupcake part, and then same thing with the inside of it, and just ate that small piece. And I was like, man, but it's so good. You could actually taste a lot of it. And that just goes to show how much sugar is in these things. So, yeah. But, yeah.
Enjoy the cake testing. That would be an interesting day.
Well, later on when there's food testing too, that's gonna be tough.
I mean, food testing shouldn't be too bad because keto is no carbs and sugar.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna avoid any of the rice and any of the potatoes and any of the sweetened glazed sauces, and actually most sauces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you don't eat rice much though, so.
Yeah, I don't eat rice much, so that was easy for me to cut that out for doing keto.
Yeah.
But I love potatoes, mashed potatoes, French fries, baked potatoes.
Yeah, that's my weakness too, potatoes.
What was that?
I said that's my weakness as well, potatoes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out an alternative to potatoes that's friendly for keto, but I haven't really found one yet. Although I found these candy, chocolate candy online, that's keto friendly. It's the entire candy bar is only 1 gram of carbs. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. It's dark chocolate. So it's a little bit more, bitter, but I like dark chocolate. So that's good. But yeah. Oh, and, man, they have 0 carb bagels.
How does that work? Mostly
it's made of fiber. That's how they get the texture to be almost like regular bagels. You can tell it's different. It's kind of spongy a little bit. But then otherwise it's a good substitute. If you're going to do what I do is I take half the bagel and then put cream cheese on it and then put smoked salmon on top.
Yeah.
And mostly the smoked salmon and the cream cheese kind of mask the rest of the bagel anyway. So it's a pretty good substitute. The only thing is pricey. It's a little bit over $1 a bagel.
Oh, over $1 bagel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, the cost of trying to go on specific diets.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's better for you in the long run.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Since I started, I lost 16 pounds.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So it's good. That's about 20% of my goal. My goal is to lose like almost 80 pounds.
By next year?
Yeah, by next year. So I need to give a time frame because then otherwise it's like, huh?
By tomorrow?
Yeah. But yeah, there's nothing else. No other updates from my end.
Oh, busy, fun week.
Yeah.
Super busy.
Really busy. Oh, I did teach yesterday a guest lecture at one of the pharmacy schools. So yeah, there's that. And then next week I'm setting up a groomsmen dinner where it's kind of like going to be asking for their services as a groomsman, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. That's why you needed it so early.
Oh, I didn't tell you why?
No.
Oh, I thought I gave you the whole backstory. Okay. I guess not.
You said, can you record something for me? Make sure you dress like Nick Fury.
Oh.
I need it tomorrow.
I could have sworn I wrote something in there about like why I'm doing it. Because that would have been weird if I didn't. It's somewhere. Okay. It's in the chat somewhere.
It's weird.
Okay. Anyway. All right. So I guess we can move on to the news. Let's see.
Okay, sure.
So, actually, you want to talk about your thing that you sent me?
What thing?
About the crab game.
Wait, sorry, what?
The crab game.
Oh, the crab game. I don't even know what I sent you. Okay. Let me pull it up because I forgot why I sent it to you.
It was, the video game simulator of crab fighting.
Yeah. I just saw like 5 seconds of it and I was like, what's going on? Okay, let me try to describe the viewers what happened. Give me like 5 seconds. Okay, so apparently there's this crab battle simulator where you play as a crustacean. I don't know if it's PvP or if it's like online sort of thing. but essentially it's a 3D fighting game, kind of like what do you call it? Those old school, or not old school, like the Dragon Ball Z Budokai, I guess, right?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of For Honor, but with crabs.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of different weapons, and you could choose from different crustaceans, either a crab. I think I saw like a lobster, and I was like, well, "What's going on?" But apparently, it looks kind of cool.
So I think the basis of that was a while back. There was a meme or viral video of this guy who took a camcorder, a video. Was it? He just took a video, recorded a video of a crab that he had who was holding a knife and then just like running back and forth with the knife.
Oh,
Yeah. So it looked, and then he took his knife and he was trying to like attack the crab, and the crab would like block his knife with his knife. Yeah, with its knife. So it was just a weird viral thing of crab fighting back.
yeah.
And that game looks exactly like it's based from that video. They just took that video and it's like, hey, wouldn't it be fun to make this a fighting game? So
Yeah.
yeah.
I should also tell you, listeners, that you have a range of weapons from like guns to swords
What the heck?
to like drill bits or electronic drill bits, or you could fight hand to hand. Even saw, I think, like there's like electricity coming out of your claws or something like that.
So like the dark side of the force?
Yeah, essentially. So I guess it's like what you were saying in that video, but then taken to a higher extreme. So not only does the crab have like a knife, but it also has a gun
Oh my
and a
gosh.
drill bit.
Yeah, I'm curious about that game. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's real or it's just simulated, but that looks very interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's really out there.
Yeah.
And it has like percentage sign, so I'm not sure if it's like
Oh, like Smash?
on both yours and the opponent. So I'm not sure if it's kind of like saying the health bar or not. I think, or if it's more like okay, never mind. It's kind of like wrestling, but and Smash in terms of, you know how Smash, you go over 100%, then you're very sensitive to attack, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I saw just now that the goal is to knock them upside down,
Oh my
or flip
gosh.
them upside down.
Uh-huh.
So if you're like over 100%, you have a less likely chance of getting up. So it's kind of like wrestling. So
Uh-huh.
you pick them that way.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I guess that goes like a little PETA friendly because you're not killing the animals.
No. All those weapons are just to flip you over.
Yeah, it's just flipping over and that's it.
Yeah. It's just to damage them so you could be pinned.
I wonder if they have like secret characters like a turtle or something. Because
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
oh man,
Now I can imagine like the turtle being flipped upside down.
yeah, this is such a weird game. Anyway, we can move on from that.
Okay.
I have a few news items. So Spider-Man, the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming was announced, and they made it seem like Tom Holland was leaking it on accident, but he leaked it on purpose. It's called Spider-Man Far From Home, which I think is kind of funny because Spider-Man Homecoming and then sequel is Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
So,
Coming home.
yeah. Let's see. There's going to be okay, we know about X-Force already. Let's see. Cloverfield 4 is going to be happening.
Wait, this is 3?
Yeah, the 3 one was, I think, the God Particle. It was a Netflix direct release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they announced it, I think, on Super Bowl day, and then like right after they announced it, it was like streamable after Super Bowl.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it didn't get good reviews. So no, not cool.
Okay. That's cool.
Let's see, Star Wars. There are some more. Because of like a bunch of like issues with Star Wars films, they're canceling the spin-offs.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like not canceling, but Disney is holding them and not like moving forward right now. They're like trying to assess it again. And I'm guessing it's because of Han Solo not doing well, but then people at Disney and spokespeople over there said it's not because of that, but Han Solo lost a lot of money. So
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Jumanji 3 is going to be released in 2019, December. According to The Rock. Let's see. The next Purge movie is going to be a prequel, and it's going to be called The First Purge.
Wait, I thought that was a prequel already.
The First Purge?
Yeah, that was it. It was out already, or something similar.
No, it's the trailer is out. It's not out yet.
Okay.
Not from what I could tell. There's going to be a spin-off of the Batman series, the Gotham TV show. It's going to be called Alfred, or like it's going to be based off Alfred.
Is it going to be like based on his daily life as a butler?
No, I think they're doing a prequel of that. So it's going to go backwards in time even more. And
so how he got started as a butler.
There's different storylines of Alfred in the comics. And a number of them have him like he used to be like a soldier or like as a spy agent or something like that before he ended up becoming a butler.
I'm waiting for it to be very anticlimactic. Where it's just like his father was a butler, his grandfather was a butler, and he's just carrying out the line of butlers.
No, I think what would be cool is if he was like a secret super spy, but during his spy things that they always put him like undercover as a butler. And then that's how he learns all the butler skills.
That's true.
Let's see. So Power Rangers. The original Blue Ranger, David Yost, he said that he actually wanted to write a reunion special for Power Rangers for most of the original team. And he's actually written the intro already. So, but he doesn't know where it's going to go forward. But, Hasbro recently bought out Power Rangers. I don't know if you know that. So it used to be Saban.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, Hasbro? That sounds like it was already there, but never mind. Yeah, Saban. It's like,
yeah. So it's interesting because Hasbro has Transformers and now they have Power Rangers. Yeah. So they could have like some kind of crossover mech thing. That would be cool, I guess.
With the Megazord, with the Zords.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do I see here? I'm just like skimming through to see things that may be related to what we're talking about. Okay, nothing there. The Titans DC streaming. That's a really cool thing that they're doing. DC is releasing a streaming service called DC Streaming or DC Universe Streaming. Yeah. And there's going to be a new live action show called Titans. So it's basically Teen Titans, but like a dark and gritty one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Some of the screenshots look cool of like Robin. And at first I thought this was going to be dumb because it's just all these like random shows they're making. But then I hear it's like DC streaming for all DC content, like all the old Batman cartoons, all the old DC, any cartoons, like even the DC movies that they make, the cartoon movies.
Oh, yeah.
All of them is going to be on that DC streaming service. So, and they also said they're going to be having a whole library of a bunch of their DC comic books. So you can actually just go screen by screen on your TV to read those comics.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah. So at first I was not like thinking it was promising, but I mean, I guess it's better now. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, that sounds like cool. Did it say when it's going to release?
It did, but I didn't catch that date. So I don't have that in front of me.
I mean, it sounds pretty cool. A lot of studios of big studios are sort of building their own like
streaming
content channel, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like I hear Disney's planning to create their own imitation of like Netflix.
Yeah, they are.
So I feel like this is like DC's way of doing it, but with their own stuff. But I mean, it's cool, but it's also like a money thing. So I was like, oh man, if only there's this. I wonder if they're gonna like pull out. There's not any DC stuff on Netflix, are there?
Yeah, all the CW DC shows like the Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, they're all on Netflix right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm curious if they're gonna pull those out from Netflix as well, just to reserve it for their channel.
Yeah, that would suck if they do.
Yeah, because that's my only take from it. It's like, oh, that's cool, but I hope they don't do it like Disney. But
yeah, because
at the same time, it's I don't know if they're. Do you know if they're gonna be charging like a monthly service fee sort of thing?
I don't know that. I didn't look into detail, but I think there might be.
Oh yeah. I assume so.
Yeah,
But
they can't really
I
give
hope
it
it
for
doesn't
free.
become as big as crazy as Disney, where they just pull everything out.
Yeah, because Disney already pulled a lot of stuff from Netflix.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so the next news item I have is about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So it's going to be directed by Jeff Fowler. Do you know who that is?
No, sounds familiar though.
Have you ever heard of the short animated film called Gopher Bro?
Oh, is it the gopher with the truck?
Yeah, it got nominated for an Oscar.
Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah, I remember that one.
So he directed that. So that's Jeff Fowler.
Oh, it was with Blur.
Oh yeah, because it's produced by Tim Miller.
Yeah. Because I remember being very into Blur, and I watched a lot of the shorts, but now I know. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So Sonic the Hedgehog, again produced by Tim Miller, is going to be directed by Jeff Fowler. So that's cool. And then they just cast it. So again, it's a live action movie, okay, but it's going to have some animation in it. So they casted Dr. Robotnik. Can you guess who they would cast as Dr. Robotnik?
No.
Who do you think would be a good casting for Dr. Robotnik?
I don't even know actor's name, but let's see. I give up.
Okay. Well, you know what Dr. Robotnik looks like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they casted Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, but Dr. Robotnik, they confirmed, is not a CGI character. So it's Jim Carrey in real life being Dr. Robotnik.
I mean, I can see that.
I don't know.
Because I can sort of see it. It's not like I see him like pictures with him having a beard.
Oh yeah, that's true. He did look homeless for a while. The
whole. I'm curious about how he'll take it because of the whole weight issue.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know if they're gonna like put him in a bunch of like makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever watch Tropic Thunder?
I've seen clips of it.
Did you see Tom Cruise's character in it?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and look that up. Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. He has a lot of prosthetics on him, but they made him look pretty realistic.
Oh yeah, actually really good.
Yeah, so maybe like that. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, that looks like Dr. Robotnik.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise in that all that makeup.
Yeah. Well, now we know what those prosthetics and makeup can do.
Yeah.
So I think Jim Carrey can probably pull it off.
Yeah, probably. Do you have any other news items?
I do not. Let me check just to make sure. Nope.
Okay.
So
cool.
Topic of the episode.
So we could just start talking about the topic. So move on to the topic of the episode, which there are 4 of them. So let's see. So first topic is gaming as an addiction or mental health concern. What do you think about that?
Oh man, that's definitely a personality thing because those addiction is more of like how addicted somebody can be, like how much control they have over themselves. I wouldn't say like it's because of games. They can be addicted to anything, and I wouldn't consider it like a mental health issue. Well, I guess it is a mental health issue if you get addicted really easily. Like kind of how people can just binge watch that sort of thing. So it's an addiction, but it's just temporary because it ends.
Yeah. So it's weird because like so you know me, I'm in the healthcare side of things, and like for a diagnosis to actually occur, it has to meet a bunch of these different criteria, you know. And it's just very hard for me to wrap my head around gaming to have all these specific criteria that will lead to a diagnosis that says they are addicted to gaming, you know?
Yeah. It's more like, I say it's just another platform for them to get addicted onto. Like, it just happens to be game because most people find it more fun. But then people who are more active, they find they're more addicted to like sports and stuff like that. It just, but then that was a positive side effect is because you exercise. So for the listeners who don't know, there's a book that is like kind of like the Bible of diagnosis codes,
and it's DSM-5. It's the 5th edition of it. So this is like it's like all the diagnoses of like the psychiatric disorders and things like that. So they actually have one. It's called internet gaming disorder. So it's specifically internet gaming disorder. And it says that it's common between ages 12 to 20.
Yeah.
And it says that according to studies, it's thought that internet gaming disorder is more prevalent in Asian countries than North America. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, and I understand why, because they have a larger gaming community for online at least. And I can see why, like, it's between those ages that they just happen to be like that, because there's a lot of, well, at least now there's a lot more online game competitiveness. Because before, I think, like, if you're just playing online games, it's like whatever. But now there's like games like League of Legends and Overwatch and Counter-Strike and stuff, whereas tournaments where you play it and it's considered a sport, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's still bad because you just sit around a lot, but it's considered a sport. So it's not so much it's not considered an addiction anymore, would it?
Yeah. Well, so the thing is, so there's 2 different types of disorders, just to clarify. Internet gaming disorder is not addiction. And then there is a discussion about an addiction, of gaming as being a separate disorder. So yeah. So that's the thing. So even then, I'm not even really too keen on this disorder, the one that's just internet gaming disorder. Here, let me read to you some of the qualifications for it. Repetitive use of internet-based games, often with other players, that leads to significant issues with functioning. 5 of the following criteria must be met within 1 year. Okay. There's like 9 criteria. So if you have 5 of these in 1 year, you probably have this disorder. Number 1 is preoccupation or obsession with internet games. Number 2, withdrawal symptoms when not playing internet games. Number 3, a buildup of tolerance. More time needs to be spent playing the games. Number 4, the person has tried to stop or curb playing internet games, but has failed to do so. Number 5, the person has had a loss of interest in other life activities, such as hobbies. Number 6, a person has had continued overuse of internet games, even with the knowledge of how much they impact a person's life. Number 7, the person lied to others about his or her internet game usage. Sorry, I'm starting to laugh at this because it sounds so ridiculous, and they're just basically replacing the word drug with internet games.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 8, the person uses internet games to relieve anxiety or guilt. It's a way to escape. And number 9, the person has lost or put at risk any opportunity or relationships because of internet games. Like, literally. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound like a real symptom. It's just, but it's just like you said, you just replace drug with internet games.
Yeah.
And that's just describing addiction.
Yeah, it's pretty much addiction.
I think that's definitely more of addiction because I forgot what's it called. Like when you do something and releases, what is it release? It releases something in your brain.
Endorphins?
That makes it feel good. Was that?
Endorphins? Yeah,
endorphins. Exactly. So it's just like, it's something that releases endorphins and they're just really addicted to that. And that's about it. They just cause addiction because it just releases endorphins. And this one just happened to be something that you sit around in a lot. And that's about it. I don't think it's a mental issue. They just need to find another way to release endorphins.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if you do exercise and activities like that releases endorphins too.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why things like this become disorders is that they don't have the drive to try to find other things to release.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Yeah. But
yeah, go ahead.
So what I kind of feel like is weird about this is that things like doing drugs and things like being addicted to gambling, things like that, right? They're there for like the rush. They usually socially isolate themselves.
Mm-hmm.
like in those activities, it's not like, we're going to go meet up in a whole group and do these things. But for video games, it's different. Internet gaming in particular, you're playing in a large community with other people,
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that, at least that part of the diagnosis is a little bit off. Because instead, this is, I don't know, video games should be like driving the community, right? I don't know.
No, it's pretty toxic.
Oh, I guess it depends on the game you play too.
Yeah, exactly. So it definitely varies, but also like being on the internet, unless you're playing like with friends that that sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
it could be unhealthy if you're just like a random person playing by yourself with other random people, and you're still isolated. Kind of like why like people would say will feel like they have like no filter when they comment things on YouTube videos or just any sort of videos.
Oh yeah,
and just say whatever they want because they have they remain anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
And they feel like they're just behind a wall, so they isolate themselves. They're just projecting out their voices and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So even though it's like they're part of the world community, it's kind of like a false community, I would say. Because you're not really, the most interaction you have is just like whatever the internet or media gives you.
Mm-hmm.
You're just interacting with the media is what I feel like anyways.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm sure like there's still some sort of connection in some games as well. Not I'm just thinking of all the toxic games right now, but
you mean
I'm
like,
sure there are games that have like positive bonding experiences with other players online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I guess that's kind of like our opinion about the mental health issues about addiction. If it's addiction, I mean, personally, you're addicted to anything. It should be.
Yes, it doesn't matter. Just games is like the lesser. The lesser of the evil.
Well, I don't know if it's like a lesser of the evil. Some people could affect it differently, but I mean, I don't think you should isolate that out just to say addiction to gaming, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I'm just saying lesser evil because I'm compared to like drugs.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. So the next topic, actually I missed this earlier when I talked about it, is from Kinetic. So Kinetic is from the Enthusiasts Network and Behind the Line podcast, Behind the Line Radio. He, there was a string of tweets that he was, talking about. It was related to Mega Man. And
okay. That's why I was like, I remember you sent me this stuff.
Yeah.
And I saw like Mega Man X5. I was like, X5. I was like, is that Mega Man? And I saw a whole bunch. And then you said something about mental illness. And I was like, wait a minute. What's going on?
Sorry, no, they're different things. So his thing was about, so one of the Mega Man games, it has a bunch of the bosses named after members of Guns N' Roses, like Axel and things like that. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so now Capcom, when they were re-releasing it and stuff, they're changing it. They're changing all the boss names in that game to different names because I don't know why, but it's like localization. After localizing it to the US, they're changing those names again. Kind of like the whole like M. Bison thing with Street Fighter. Yeah, but this time they're actually completely changing the name, not switching them around, Yeah, so Kinetic was asking about like what we think about those localization quirks.
You want to go first, Tony?
Yeah, I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I know that he's asked about Mega Man, but in general, localization quirks is kind of dumb. It just causes confusion, and especially Street Fighter, like, over in the US, we're all thinking like M. Bison's the big boss. He's M. Bison. He kills everybody. M. Bison is this guy wearing red, blah, blah, blah. But M. Bison in Japan stands for Mike Bison, like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have a completely different, idea about that. And it becomes kind of difficult for, cross country tournaments, maybe. I don't know. Like all the ways. Yeah, there's just like, because back then it was okay because, the countries never really like had much of like interaction with each other.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But nowadays it's more like everyone's connected And that's a little weirder. It's more like, why are you doing this? Why are you changing this? I mean, I think another example that caused major confusion was Final Fantasy. So Final Fantasy VI in Japan, when it was localized and released in the US, for some reason, they changed it to Final Fantasy III. So.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. So it's like, what? Why? So it was just because they didn't release Final Fantasy 4 and 5 in the US. Sorry, 3, 4, and 5. So then they would just take 6 and renumber it as the next one in the number, which was 3 at the time in the US. So it was just like why are you doing it? Like, I feel like they did the localization thing mostly because they think the American audience doesn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's like, give us some more credit, man. Like, I don't know. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah. It is kind of dumb because you're creating like a different vocabulary and people won't be on the same page anymore, especially on game that you want to be more known globally. Yeah. And I guess related to like the Mega Man thing, it's kind of really stupid, especially since they already established it already. And then it's like, oh yeah, what we showed you was wrong. Let me change it again. So the people who grew up with it and everything have to say, oh yeah, remember this? Like, no, it's called this now. Say, what? It's like, what we know is just a lie. So
I agree.
Yeah. So on games that are more established, they should definitely just leave it the way it is because just to keep it consistent. But as localization as a whole, I definitely agree that it's, I guess I could sort of understand where they're coming from with localization, because I think like my studio was doing something similar as well, about talking about how to localize it. But it was just more of like, they're afraid of, saying, let's say like the word axle might mean, doesn't mean anything in like English, but in some other country it might mean something completely different. So they're afraid it might sort of cause some sort of confusion or offensiveness to that country. And I understand that much, but you can only go so far.
Yeah, I think that's why they did the M. Bison thing, because they were afraid of offending the actual Mike Tyson.
Yeah. So I think that I understand their point of view. But it's at the same time, if you're gonna localize it, just make sure you're consistent and don't change it once you've established everything. Yeah. It would be nice if you could just find ways of localizing that doesn't affect the name too much, I guess. But I'm sure there's a word in English might mean something completely offensive in another country that we don't know of. Yeah,
which I'm fine with that. But I mean, like things that are like the renumbering of Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah,
that kind of thing.
That thing's stupid. When that's not an offense, that's just bad marketing.
Or like renaming those established Mega Man bosses, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the name's already there.
Yeah.
What's said is already said. Don't take it back.
Yeah. Although one thing I do kind of like about localization of Mega Man is that it's called Mega Man instead of Rockman. Because I feel like
I mean, I don't really mind either way. Like Rockman or Mega Man. I don't see. I guess for us, there's no offense to it. I mean, it's less stupid.
Yeah, because Rockman, I'm like, you're made of rocks? Like, okay. You can be destroyed easily.
Yeah. And I think like it's not only for games, but it's for like TV series and movies as well. I think like
oh gosh, some of the other countries did not call Captain America the First Avenger. They did not call it Captain America the First Avenger.
Oh, what they call?
They just call it the First Avenger.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't want to mention America. Because I remember localizing that movie was very tough.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I mean, I understand from that point because more people are gonna watch a movie than playing a game, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just funny. It's funny and it's understandable. But when something is established, you shouldn't mess with it.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next thing is it was a Brendan from Almost Ben Silence says, let's talk about the new Overwatch hero. It's a hamster.
Yeah, did you see it?
I saw snapshots. I didn't actually see video of it. It looks cool. All the Overwatch characters are quirky, and I mean, it kind of was just not a matter of if, but when they would have a hamster. So
Yeah.
So I wonder what his ult is. Did it show? Did you see a video of it?
I saw the video and saw him, but I don't understand anything about the game, like ult and everything. So there's not much for me to comment about that.
Did you ever play Overwatch?
I played like a little bit of it when it was free.
Oh, okay.
And then I just couldn't get into it.
Oh,
I understood the concept, but I just never played all the characters to know like why it's important or what it does, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I always like think of it as a FPS League of Legends.
Oh yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I couldn't get into the first person sort of thing anymore.
Oh, okay. I think we're getting old because now I also feel dizzy when I play first person games.
I mean, did you always get dizzy?
No, I get more dizzy nowadays. I actually can play first person games only if they're VR.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
but
I'm
my coworker, they talked about it yesterday about the new character.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Wrecking Ball, right?
Yeah. It's so funny. The design looks cool.
And then he was saying how like he hated League of Legends or like character design wise, just because like it felt like all the characters were from different worlds and it didn't match.
Yeah.
And then he also mentioned how like he's afraid Overwatch is sort of reaching that sort of extreme, similar to League of Legends, where it's just like random characters out of nowhere now, and that doesn't relate to the world at all.
I mean, I don't think this one is too far away.
Oh no! I mean, not this one in particular, but it's getting they might head towards that route. Is what he was afraid. Like I think he was saying how, or he was talking about how like this one was similar to like what's the gorilla one?
The gorilla. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The gorilla character in Overwatch.
Yeah, well, I forgot what it is. Oh, Winston. There you go. Yeah. So this one is like similar to like Winston, where he was a test subject, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But then instead of being good guy, he might be a bad guy. Who knows? We don't know the story yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So I think that was the idea of it. And then for me, when I heard like hamster, I was just automatically thinking Bolt. The hamster from Bolt, was it Rhino?
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, it's cute, but I kind of agree with him. Like it might be heading towards that route if it becomes like too crazy later on, where just a whole bunch of random animals or things appear.
Yeah, I think the difference in the character design that Overwatch has going for it is that every character, they have like certain elements that are just very signature to Overwatch. So, like looking at the characters from Overwatch, you just know that they are characters from Overwatch. Like even with this character, right? His wrecking ball, like the machine that he's like piloting, right? It's very Overwatchy design.
Yeah.
So they have a particular style. Whereas League of Legends, like, man, you pull those characters out of League of Legends and they could exist anywhere. You can't tell it's from League of Legends.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Blizzard's trying with Overwatch and keeping like, design.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. I mean, they do have their own style. So it's definitely there. I think it was just the argument was that they might be slowly running out of ideas for characters.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can only make so many, right? So
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next question is from Anthony from Video Game Crosstalk, I guess. And he's saying, talk about beating an end boss so brutally you feel bad for them. Like, I guess we could just talk about which game end boss we felt bad for.
Oh, okay. So just to clarify, this like we beat the boss so hard that we feel bad for the bosses, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think for me it was like the dragon from Dragon Age. It was like the final boss.
Mm-hmm.
where like essentially you rally up villagers or whatnot to take them down. Or not villagers, but like warriors to take down the final boss. Like the warriors are like squadrons of militias or the militia squadrons. That you can just command, and they're all CPU. So it's just like so ridiculously easy. I just literally stand there and just make sure I dodge every now and then, and the CPU will just do everything for me. I'm just like, okay. After all this, the battle was just having the computer fight a computer for me. I'm like, all right, that was anticlimactic, and they just died so fast. I'm like, all right, that's fun.
Okay, I think for me it would be Metal Gear Solid, the first game. It's not so much beating them so bad, like so brutally, that I feel bad for them. It's more of like I'm beating them up. So the character of Liquid Snake was the bad guy in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Okay.
And Liquid Snake, Liquid Snake and Solid Snake are clones, but they look nothing alike. And you kind of find out about that at the end, that Liquid's been doing all these like crazy evil things because he's like has this strong jealousy, right, for Snake. And the reason why is because like Solid Snake got all the dominant genes. So both like clones of Big Boss. So Big Boss is like, you know, the main guy, and Solid Snake was the clone that got all the dominant powerful genes. And then Liquid Snake was basically all the leftover recessive genes. So it was like, wait, what was that?
No. So go ahead, finish your sentence.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, I just felt bad for him that he's like a bad guy, but it's kind of like, you did evil stuff, but I still feel bad for you because it's not your fault that you got all these bad genes, and you know. It
reminds me of like was it Wreck-It Ralph saying that we're bad guy, but we're not bad guys.
Oh yeah, that's what Zangief said.
So it's kind of, because when you said that, I'm like, man, I feel sorry for the boss. It's not the boss. He's just trying to be normal.
Yeah, right. And then also the skit that Pete Holmes did with M. Bison, where he's like trying to be a manager of the Street Fighter tournament and talk with M. Bison. Yeah. And it was so funny because like, sorry, Mr. Bison, we're running out of money. And he's like, but we have to fly them to their location. I was like, we're all out of money. Can we do it in Atlanta? Like, I was like, I just feel bad because he just wants to put up a good tournament.
So it's more like pity.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. The next topic is iPhone versus Android.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll defend the Android as much as I can.
Okay.
The reason I choose Android more than iPhone, mostly because their charging ports are not like so specialized, and you could use them anywhere. They're more universal. So it's like, okay, you go here, you have a USB that's used almost everything. And the iPhone market, they just tend to like monopolize that one thing that they have and make money of it, and it doesn't even hold up for the next generation of iPhones, I think. I'm not sure if they do now or not, but in the past, I remember like the previous version of the charger doesn't work with the previous version, right?
No, they do. It works for like maybe 5 or 6 generations, and then they switch it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's my mistake. But yeah, I don't like the idea of them overcharging as well, because then they just monopolize everything that's iPhone or Apple related, and they just makes it 10 times more expensive just because of the brand.
Yeah.
So for me, I felt like Android was a little bit more universally affordable for like the common people, and it wasn't such a sign of luxury. And it's also like, but I could see the pro and con. It's Android is a little bit more open source, which is more susceptible to being hacked and everything, but it's open, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with most things you said. but I have an iPhone.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I'm sure like iPhone has some cool stuff. Like some of the functions are really cool. I just don't like the marketing and business side of how they do go about it, of monopolizing things.
Yeah, I'm on an iPhone because I was like kind of grandfathered in. When the first iPhone came out, even though it didn't work for my service, my T-Mobile service, I still got it to just keep it around, knowing that someone's going to be able to hack it, right?
Yeah.
So the very first time, like the jailbreak was available, it wasn't a simple click that they have nowadays where you just plug it in, open an app and hit a click. It was 7 hours of code that I had to enter into my phone through my computer. And after the jailbreak, I was able to unlock my phone using a software unlock to finally use the T-Mobile service.
Oh, yeah.
So when that happened, I actually used the phone. This is the first smartphone that, was ever made, right? So
yeah.
I was just like in love with it. All these crazy things you could do.
Yeah.
And then when a few years down the line, Android joined in on the smartphone thing, it was super janky. Android started off super, super janky for a good 3 to 4 generations of software operating system. So I stuck with iPhone mostly because iPhone, at least we know the big company is developing it with consistency. It's a closed system, but it works,
Yeah.
It's, you can't really customize it a lot, but what's there all works really well. So that's why I stuck with iPhone. And then at the same time, most of the health applications, were also iPhone related. Like they made iPhone, they were made for the iPhone.
Yeah.
And I was in pharmacy school too. So it was just like all these pharmacy references were made for iPhone first. If you had it for Android, it was super janky and you might not even be able to load it. iPhone, you only have the option of getting an iPhone. So no matter what size iPhone or what design you get, it's an iPhone that will run iOS well. Versus Android, you have so many different options for Androids that the operating system was not consistent between different phone versions, like the Droid from Verizon or the Samsung Galaxy or the Google Nexus. Everything was different.
Yep.
So yeah, at this point, the two are interchangeable to me because iPhone X, all the features on iPhone X exist on Android, and most of the Android features exist on iPhone X. And there's no reason for me really to go one way or the other. I'm just still with iPhone just because, I'm grandfathered in, all my stuff is there. And yeah. And then the thing is both sides of things, you can sync your contacts with whatever list you have now. So it doesn't even matter,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's really it. And, the thing about you said about the cables, I believe the next generation of phones for iPhone are going to uniformly use USB-C. I may be wrong. But all the laptops that Apple's using is already using USB-C to charge. And
okay, really?
Yeah. So I think they're one of the first big adopters of it. So, they are moving to try to standardize to work with everything else.
Yeah. I think right now, what you're saying, I understand because iPhones were pretty big back then because they were revolutionary essentially. Yeah. With the smartphone era, and Android was just trying to catch up. But now we're at the stage, or the past couple of years has been a stage where they're just rivaling each other rather than okay, well, it's just more of a competition, and each year it felt like they were just doing something very small, minute. At least for the iPhones, where it felt like they were advertising, look, it is now a rounder edge phone. Yeah. $800 more.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, aside from that, I don't have anything against the phone personally. It's just more about the marketing and monopolizing that I'm against. And it's more understandable just because it's a brand. But I think it's also you were saying how how it was pretty good back then. But I think that was during like when Steve Jobs was still around, right? So
yeah.
his stuff might have been like more effective because he actually knew stuff to add that makes it a difference, rather than like, oh no, what do we do? Let's come out with a new phone and just charge people more using the same old parts.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, cool.
Hey, cool.
You got mail. You got mail. You got mail.
Let's move on to the mailbag community question. So last week's question was, what's your favorite thing from the 90s? We already answered, so let me read the audience answers. So
Sure.
Kinetic from the Real Hero Talk. Sorry, Kinetic. I always mess it up. Kinetic from Behind the Line podcast and Behind the Line Radio. He says arcades. I can't believe we forgot about that.
Wait, what?
Arcades? Video game arcades? That's what he misses from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't miss it.
Yeah. Judge Greg says modern arcades have he's responding about it. Like modern arcades still have real shooters. But anyway, let's see. There's a funny thing in here. And then like One Track Punk says to Judge Greg, they should start implementing VR with real shooters. And then I say, play Drop Dead is my favorite real shooter in VR. And then Judge Greg says, I hate you guys so much.
He doesn't have VR.
No, he hates VR.
Oh, he hates VR.
Yeah. I just responded, we love you too. So Judge Greg, he is from the Real Hero Talk and Enthusiast Network. He says he misses the cartoons like Batman the Animated Series, Superman, Spider-Man, X-Men, and Gargoyles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gargoyles.
Nice has really good cartoons.
Yeah. John Layola says, I first played Metal Gear as a demo on the demo disc I received. Spent countless hours in that one little section. Little did I know it would become my favorite series. And then Talking Crass.
Demo discs.
What was that?
Oh yeah, demo discs. I used to
Yeah.
go to stores to play those.
Yeah, like a Fry's Electronics.
Yeah, Target.
Oh yeah, okay. Talking Crass says amen to that. So they agree with John. And then Monster Closet says the short period of time, I like this answer, that short period of time when CGI was too expensive for most films, so only the top tier studio stuff could afford it, and it was genuinely impressive.
Which one?
Terminator 2?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because now it's like CGI everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, do you have a question for this week?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I think.
Okay.
Actually, let me add on to that 90s thing. When they were saying about the whole demo thing,
Oh yeah.
the demo disc, John was saying the whole demo disc, I was just automatically thinking AOL free trials
Oh yeah, the AOL the test, those are discs.
that you use as coasters.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Lamb said he racked up so many hours on that.
Oh, yeah, I know. Me too.
Yeah. Just kept renewing.
Let's see. Questions of this for next week.
I mean,
Or
this upcoming week in the U.S. is Independence Day, so we could ask something related to like, I don't know, barbecues and fireworks, something like that.
Okay. Well, didn't we ask one about fireworks already?
Yeah. So
Okay.
maybe something else.
Okay, let's see. I guess.
How about like, what's your favorite local holiday? Or is that like too difficult of a thing to ask?
No, I mean it's broad enough.
Is that something we could even answer, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Let's go with that and just see what happens.
Okay, cool. Is there a local holiday over there that you like?
Yeah. I like. They had one called Midsummer, where essentially it's the middle of summer or the beginning.
Okay.
But what happened was like they raised a pole or like normally like the Swedish people, they would go out to the countryside and in their like summer home. But then like they, and the tradition is they raise the maypole, which is represented fertility for like farming and stuff back then. And they would dance around it, like kids dance sort of thing. So it's just really fun. Like I got to experience the dancing around the pole, and that was really fun and stupid.
Okay. All right. I think my answer just around here is just the Lunar New Year celebration.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We can move on to game time. So we have one time. I think we only have one time for one game. So
Sure. Yeah, sounds good. You want to ask or you want me to ask?
I'll ask. Because
Okay.
I'll just ask fast. So do you have a,
Okay.
you have a game?
Video games?
Yeah.
Okay, give me like 5 seconds to think of something. Something like that you. I'll think of something that you know at least. Jeez, what do you know? Okay, got it. Go ahead.
Okay. Was this game released after 2000?
Shit. I mean, okay. Hold on, let me look it up. Wikipedia, go. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Was this released before 2005?
Yes.
Early 2000s game. What generation is that? Is that the PS2? PS2? Yeah, it should be a PS2 generation. Okay, is this game a console exclusive?
No.
Okay. Was this game developed by a Japanese developer?
No.
Huh. Okay. Was this game made in the US?
Wait, sorry. No, let me go back. I want to see. Let me check the release date because they were very vague. Sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, never mind. I got it. Yes, it's released in the US.
What? No,
you asked if it was released in the US, right?
No, I asked if it was made in US.
Oh, made in US. Yes.
Like, okay. That means like a US developer kind of question.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And yes.
Let's see. Was this game created by a studio in Chicago?
No, where are they located? Let me double check this. No.
Okay. Okay. So it was multi-platform. It was released in the US. No, it was made in the US.
I should clarify that now. It's not multi-platform when it was released, but now it is.
Oh, okay.
I think. Let me check.
Okay.
Sorry.
Was there a? I think I know. I think I haven't. No, that can't be that. Never mind. Was this on the PlayStation 2?
No.
Was it on the PlayStation 3?
No.
What the heck? Okay. Was this a Nintendo game? No. So no, I take that back. Sorry. Was this a game released on a Nintendo console?
No.
Wait, you said multi-platform, right?
Now it is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But in your now it is, those questions still apply, right? The PlayStation and Nintendo thing?
I don't think it was. Well, I mean, when you asked that, I said it's not released on those one. But no, it was on the PlayStation.
No, what? No, it was not on the PlayStation?
Yeah, it's not on the PlayStation now.
Okay. When I'm asking, I mean like at all. So. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that.
Okay. Was this released on a mobile device?
No.
What the heck? I have a blind spot for Microsoft stuff. Was this released on the Xbox?
Yeah, there was a release on the Xbox.
Was this originally a PC game?
Yes.
Oh, damn it. PC game. Would you say this game has realistic graphics?
I mean, it's intended to be realistic.
Okay, intended, okay.
Yeah, but back then the technology wasn't there.
Okay. Was this game known to be a really good single-player game?
No.
Okay. Was this game a team-based multiplayer game?
Yes.
Was this game played from a first-person perspective?
Yes.
Okay. That's 15 questions. Was this game... how do I narrow this down? I'm trying to think of like a way to narrow this down, even though I think I know what it is. Was this game played in PC cafes?
Yes.
Okay. Was this game developed by Oh, did this game start as a mod?
Yes.
Okay, I'm at 17. I'm just gonna go for it. Is it Counter-Strike?
Yep.
Okay, cool. 18 questions.
Good job, John.
Oh man. Okay, cool. All right. Let's move on to the final lap. You have anything to promote?
Same as always, check out my friend, Hype Man Vince. He does vlog content of him eating or having eating contests or stuff related to food, stuff like that on, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. And the handle name is Hype Man Vince, HYPEMANVINCE.
Cool.
That's all.
Cool. Yeah, and then for us, just we're on all social media and Twitch. I haven't been streaming on Twitch that much lately, but I will try to get back to it soon. So yeah, our handle is NTFTTPod. But if nothing else, then no time for time travel.
Wait.
What?
We forgot.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We forgot to tell about our friend Steve.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So you guys want stuff custom made crafts that are functional. Check out our friend the Minefield Builder Steve on his Etsy page. Does he have a website now?
I mean, he has a website, themindfulbuilder.com, but to buy stuff, it still goes to Etsy.
Okay, yes, that. Okay,
yeah.
Now we're done.
Okay, cool. And if Steve can't make it for you, he'll tell you where to get it for cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so no time for time travel signing off. Hurdy-Cur Warp Speed. See ya.
Bye.
I love the power glove.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love the power glove.
No time for time travel.